This weekend's flying by. We got to slow it down.
I know, we
bit.
do, especially since it is a weekend.
Yeah. All right, let's head over to Davis now for a check of that forecast. Things feeling pretty good out there. New information now on a late night shooting over in Antioch. 2 suspects are now in custody in that case. The shooting happened last night on Weatherstone Cove West. Metro Police say the victim was critically wounded in that shooting. Investigators now say this shooting is related to a robbery and several other robberies that happened earlier. Those were on Waikiki Boulevard, Piccadilly Road, Murfreesboro Pike, and Tarragon Trail. The suspects were taken into custody by Laverne police. A stabbing remains under investigation at Vanderbilt's baseball stadium. 2 employees were cleaning up at Hawkins Field last night, and that's when police say one of them stabbed the other twice. No word on that victim's condition, and at this point, no other details have been released. In Dixon County, a vehicle fire caused a quick traffic tie-up. Take a look. These pictures from Tennessee City Volunteer Fire Department. Several crews responded to that scene yesterday afternoon on I-40 westbound at 164. No injuries were reported. A driver was hurt in a weekend crash on Interstate 65 in Giles County. THP says 19-year-old Jose Garavasio drove off the right side of the road yesterday, overturned and hit a guardrail. He was thrown from his truck, then taken to a hospital in Huntsville. Now this morning, there's no word on the extent of those injuries. New information now on a story we first told you about yesterday here on GMN. Police in Columbia say an arrest has been made in a pawn shop burglary. Investigators are looking into the death of an inmate at the Montgomery County Jail. The sheriff's office tells our partners at Clarksville Now this guy, Marshall Yoder, collapsed Wednesday because of a medical condition. He was later pronounced dead. Yoder was being jailed on drug charges. Now let's talk Nashville 2018. As more and more people move here to Music City, some of our neighborhoods are now some of the most popular in the country. There will be a special service today to remember the victims of the deadliest train crash in American history. Monday marks 100 years since 2 trains crashed into each other at Dutchman's Curve here in Nashville. 101 people were killed, and this morning, the Mount Olivet Funeral Home and Cemetery will honor the victims who are buried there. Police at the airport in Memphis are investigating after a girl says that she was sexually assaulted in a bathroom there. The victim says she was traveling alone at the time and was attacked in the bathroom last month before a flight to Houston. Volunteers searched again Saturday until the sun went down, but they were left with no closure. 9 volunteers with Texas EquiSearch focused Saturday on the northern part of Dixon County. They searched along pull-offs of roads and went until dark. Investigators say Baby Joe's father did confess to beating and killing the child because he peed on the floor. He faces the death penalty if convicted. A weird one, thanks, Mara. 14 years after his wife's death in Idaho, a Murfreesboro man is now charged with her murder. Stephen Lott is accused in the 2004 death of his wife, Christine. Her body was found 12 years later in 2016. After she disappeared, Lott reportedly told police he saw her get into a car with a Washington license plate and then drive off. Later, he apparently told family she killed herself. Lott now charged with murder. Loved ones gone, families left to grieve. News 2 is digging deeper into unsolved murders and disappearances as investigators look for new clues in those cases. I'm going to explore the unsolved murder of 2 teenage sisters in Stewart County. 14-year-old Carla Atkins and her 16-year-old sister Vicky Stout. The 2 were last seen alive in 1980 walking on Highway 79 when they vanished. Their bodies later found by hikers, and both of them have been shot. Nearly 4 decades later, their sister keeps fighting to find the person responsible.
Sick to my stomach.
And I also speak with a journalist there who covered the story from the beginning, and that's just one of the stories that we're going to talk about. News 2 Crime Tracker cracking cold cases. That's all day this coming Thursday with a story in each and every newscast. Welcome back on Good Morning Nashville. We told you yesterday about some ways to cut down on your data usage on your phone. Well, now we're exploring how social media apps play a huge role in eating up that data. Our consumer tech reporter, Jamie Tucker, has that story. Davis and I just played football a little bit. I walked over and he's like, oh. So we have a breaking news alert to get to right now. It is National Ice Cream Sundae Day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I want somebody to bring us ice cream.